Hey Guitars. Let's go build some junk. Okay, there's going to be a Wingate core. There will be maple runners. But I'm thinking the rails are going to be black limbo, and they're going to be tricky because it's going to be asymmetrical striped to match the asymmetrical carve. But I'm thinking I might want another set of dark runners as well. I don't necessarily want to use Wingate for that though, just because I don't want to spin the Wingate. So maybe walnut? Yeah, maybe some walnut. I just can't deal with the black limbo right now, but we can work on core stripes. Yeah, I have some maple and black poplar veneers to play with as well, so that'll be fun. Surely everybody's familiar with my taper jig by now. My core taper jig. It's not all that complex or brilliant, but it gets me a 1/4 inch thinner at one end. And that's how we want our core. So. Let that dry, and we will run it through the thickness planer and shave 1/8 of an inch off of this end. Then we'll use the other 1/4 inch jig to take 1/8 off of the other side, and then we'll be a 1/4 inch thinner at the head end than we are at the bridge end. Whee! So, took 1/8 off of one side, take 1/8 off the other side. Cool. Alright, I'm thinking we will just start building the core, stripes at a time. At least the core we'll just do in one piece here. Or one, I don't know what I'm saying, one stage. One of the thoughts is I want that maple to be thinner, but it's at a point where it's hard to put it through the thickness planer without just tearing them up. So we're going to glue up the core of the core this way, and then we can plane some off of both sides to get the maple down a little bit thinner. I don't know exactly how thin I want to go, but a little thinner. We may ultimately wind up doing something similar with the walnut on the outside as well. I don't know if I showed you the full... Hold that thought. Alright, the plan at the moment. Wingate core, these little maple runners, which I want to thin down, maybe about half of what they are now. Black veneer, maple veneer, walnut, which I want to thin down quite a bit as well. Then maple veneers, when we finally... This will be the core. Then we'll have maple veneer between this core and black limba rails. The core is symmetrical, but it will be laid out asymmetrically with the black limba so that the core runs the asymmetrical center line. That's the plan. Just another glue up, like all the others. A couple relatively straight boards for clamping coals, and you're going to waste a shitload of wax paper to make sure we don't make them part of the blank. What a mess. I have slowly come to realize that even pressure is very, very important. Very, very important. Anyway, that's the core of the core. Now we gotta wait. Okay, I got it out of the clamps. I ran each side through the joiner a couple times. We took about a 30-second off of both sides. So they are thinner stripes now, and I like them. I like them a lot. So I think we're ready for the next step. Now, to make life easier, because I want the veneers to kind of overlap, but I want to also have these as close to flush with each other as possible. I'm going to go ahead and drill registration holes for these main pieces, and then we will get them drilled for the veneers so that they overlap, but these are still lined up, if that makes any sense. not necessarily all that important, and really this blank is going to be it's close to half an inch wider than we need it to be, or taller, thicker, something. I don't know what axis to reference. Anyway, so I'm going to do registration points, and then we can get them on the veneers, and then there's nothing stopping us from doing one massive glue up. Get that many pieces, I get a little scared, especially with the veneers, because if it's not being, you know, clamped immediately, that stuff tends to curl up a little bit, and it just, it's going to be a stressful glue up. It just is. Anyway, if you didn't know, you can take a nice sharp chisel to your glue spreader and make it a clean glue spreader. Sometimes. Once in a while you just gotta let one go, but sometimes. Watched me before, you had to have heard me say it. Always dry run. Always, 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 always dry run. Okay. You may have noticed I had just cut blanks to work with at 30 inches when we actually, no, 36 inches. We actually need more like 30. It's actually like 28 and a half, but 30 just to be safe. So we've got some dead space on the thicker pieces. I kind of want to keep the extra length just for, you know, ease of clamping. One of the things with these set necks that I've really missed the neck throughs was all the extra blank that I had for clamping and stuff. So, we're going to leave most of that on there as long as humanly possible, I think. Already making a mess. Thanks for swinging by. It means the world to me that people actually watch and find some value in my goofy shenanigans. If you're one of those people, then do me a favor and like the video and subscribe so you can catch the, you know, future junk coming up. So we always got stuff to do. So meet me back here next time. Bye.